What is up, guys? Thank you for tuning into today's video. I got a good video for y'all today. So basically I'm going to be showing you how to do a heel tap conversion from a Cactus Jack general release Jumpman on the back to a Cactus Jack Friends and Family Nike Air. So as you can see, I'm using a special tool right here. It's called a seam ripper. It's used to cut threading in tight spaces and stuff. As you can see, the reason I'm doing that and not an X-Acto knife is simply because I don't want to damage a shoe, I don't want to cut myself, and I don't want to take any risks. So if you don't have this tool and you do a lot of cutting like that, I would definitely recommend getting one. So as you can see right here, this threading does have two parts to it. There's a top and a bottom. I would definitely recommend doing the top part from behind the heel tab, and the bottom part you would probably want to do it on the outside of the heel tab. By doing that, you just, you decrease the error, and then it's just a lot less sloppier than what I did in this video. But I learned from what I do, and now I'm teaching you guys how to do it right. So for those of you that are inspired by today's video and now you want to do the conversion yourself, I will be linking a bunch of items, supplies, and products in the description below. That way you guys have somewhere where you can buy all this stuff and complete it. However, if you don't trust yourself, you're not crafty, feel free to contact me in any way. Comment on this video, DM me on Instagram, send me an email, and we can definitely work something out. I have a bunch more services too if you guys want to check them out. Restorations, customizations, anything you need, I'm the plug. As you guys can see, I did get all the threading out from the top and the sides. This didn't take much time. However, I do have experience using these tools like the seam ripper. I was very careful with it though because the suede is very delicate. I didn't want to damage any part of it. Now I just have to cut these threadings right here so that the heel tab can completely come off. You got to be careful with it though because that is where the suede is. As you can see, I didn't damage any suede behind the heel tab. Like I said, I was very careful with it. My next step right now is cutting these threads right here, working my way down so I can get all this threading off, pull the heel tab out, and then start my conversion. You do want to be super careful with this right here because now you're touching suede directly as opposed to the plastic heel tab. I know it looks like I'm going really rough at it right now, but I promise you guys I was very careful. And just for reference, I did get the other side done already. This is what it's going to look like. There are threads all over the place, but we can take care of all that, making it look nice and neat afterwards. That's just a quick glimpse. Right now, I'm pretty much fast forwarding through the process of me taking out the threading. Again, because it's fast paced, it's not going to look like I was careful, but I promise you I was. Alright guys, now that I'm done with all that annoying threading, what I'm going to do now is heat up the heel tab a bit because there is factory glue that's holding it back. Right now this is my heat gun. Put it on a low setting because you don't want to burn the suede, you don't want to melt the heel tab. It's just pretty low so you can actually get that glue heated up, and then the heel tab should peel off really easily. So I know I said it was supposed to come off really easily, but this actually took quite some effort. So if you guys do this, just remember to be very careful with it. You don't want to damage the shoe in any way that it can't be fixed. But this is how it's going to look like when it comes off. We don't need that heel tab anymore because we got the replacement, and everything is nice and neat on this side. Really quickly, we're just going to get rid of some threadings that got stuck. We're going to peek them in there just so that they don't get in our way and become a hindrance as we continue on with this conversion. They can get annoying, so we just want to avoid that at all costs. So now that that's done and out of the way, we can start prepping to put our heel tab on the shoe. As you can see, it's pretty flat, so I'm just putting it on a can and wrapping it around so it can form into that curved angle so that it's easier to put on the shoe. I will be linking where I got the heel tab in the description if you guys want to check that out. This right here is what I'm talking about, how it's curved. It'll be easier to put on the heel tab. As for the threading on the shoe, I went with this. I can't remember the color code, but I got it at Michael's. I think it's going to pop up right now. It's 799, so that is the perfect color match that I found. What I did though, because it is a little thick, it comes in like 5 or 6 threadings, I took it apart so that I'm only using 2. That way it matches the width of the thread that's already on the Cactus Jack, so it looks pretty much factory. Now that that's dealt with, we can start threading up the shoe so that it looks factory. I used this curved needle as opposed to a straight needle because it was way easier to put through the hole and pull out. Also, this is kind of like what it's meant for, tight spaces, stuff like that. I didn't record the whole threading process because this was my first time, so I couldn't really record and thread it up at the same time perfectly, but it came out really nice and factory-like, so you guys will see that at the end. I promise you guys we are very close to the end of this conversion. Right now, as you can see, I am putting some Barge Infinity Cement, shout out Retro, onto the heel tab. The reason I'm doing that is so that I can glue it onto the back of the shoe. As you can see, I did tape off where I don't want the glue to hit. That's just a precaution. I'm also putting a very small amount of glue onto the heel tab so it doesn't spill or ooze out. A lot of people honestly try doing this with crazy glue, super glue, gorilla glue. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that stuff does not work, especially when you're working on shoes like this. You only want to use this, and for that reason I will be linking it in the description below so you guys can get it if you need to. I cannot stress this enough, guys. You guys have to be very careful when you're applying the heel tab with the glue on it. You get an ounce of glue on that suede and it's over, shoe ruined. Believe it or not, that's why a lot of customizers haven't done this conversion, because they're that afraid of ruining the suede with the glue. As you can see right now, I'm just fine-tuning, any spots I missed. I'm going over it with Q-tips. That way the, glue doesn't spill over or anything. That's also why I taped the area off. The next step in this, just so that you make sure the heel tab conforms to the shoe as the glue bonds, you want to get some shoelaces or anything you can really, and just tie it really tight so that the shoe can form against the heel tab, vice versa, and it's going to come out really flush and factory looking. Damn. Alright, so that's the finished product. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, make sure you like, subscribe if you want to see more of my work. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you guys want to do. Just make sure you leave some feedback. Let me know what you liked, let me know what you didn't like. And always remember that my work is for you guys. If you guys want to get something done, make sure you DM me and ask me, what we can do about it. I am always open to new ideas and trying new things. Thank you guys for tuning in, watching, and make sure you do everything I said. See you guys later.